So, starting with today's lecture, today we are going to start with the topic of mental diseases. That is from aphorism number 210 to 230. That is diseases of mental or emotional level. It is one of the type of one-sided diseases. Aphorism number 210 to 230. It is related to the mental diseases. And in these mental diseases, we are going to discuss what is mean by mental diseases, what are the types of mental diseases, and what are the treatment of each type of mental diseases. So in this, first we will see what is mean by mental diseases. In this, mainly mental diseases are one-sided diseases which affect the whole psychosomatic entity with increase in the symptom of derangement of mind and disposition and decline in the corporeal symptoms, that we call it as a mental diseases. I again repeat it. Mental diseases are one-sided diseases which affect the whole psychosomatic entity with increase in the symptom of derangement of mind and disposition and decline in the corporeal symptoms. Means in this, it is one of the type of one-sided diseases. And what is mean by one-sided diseases? The diseases which having only few symptoms, that we call it as a one-sided diseases. So these are the diseases in which we found the, that is, symptoms related to the mental conditions, so which affect the whole psychosomatic entity with increase in the symptoms of derangement of mind and disposition. Means it can start with a psychotic disorder or a somatic disorder, and most of the symptoms are related to the mind and disposition and decline in the corporeal symptoms. Means along with the symptoms of mind and disposition, we find the symptoms of corporeal disposition. Corporeal means it is a symptoms that is related to the body, that we called it as a corporeal symptom. So in these mental symptoms we found the symptoms, most dominant symptoms are that is related to the mind and disposition, but along with this there is decline in the corporeal symptoms. This we call it as a mental diseases. So what is mean by mental diseases? Mental diseases are one-sided diseases which affects the whole psychosomatic entity with increase in symptoms of derangement of mind and disposition and decline in the corporeal symptoms, that we called it as a mental symptoms. And in these mental symptoms, the highest and the most important level through which the human being functions is the mental and the spiritual level. So what is it? The highest and the most important level through which the human being functions is the mental or the spiritual level. The mental plane of an individual is that which registers changes in understanding or consciousness reflecting the true essence of that person. It enables an individual to think, to pursue the purpose of life. That is, the mental plane of individual is that which registers changes in the understanding, consciousness, reflecting the true essence of that person, and it also enables an individual to think, to pursue the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? So this is related to the mental diseases. In these mental diseases, again we are going to discuss the types of mental diseases. In types of mental diseases, Dr. Hahnemann classified mental diseases into mainly four types. That is, the in this first one, that is psychosomatic disorders or the somatopsychic type. This is explained in aphorism number 116, and it is related to the somatopsychic. Means first the physical body affects and afterwards the psychic condition of that patient affect. That is first type, that is somatopsychic. Second type, that is acute mental state that is caused by some exciting factors. That is second type. Then third type, mental diseases of doubtful origin. It cannot recognize that it is a somatopsychic or psychosomatic. And last one, that is psychosomatic type. This is regarding first the mental condition affects and then the physical body affect, that is psychosomatic. So these are the main four types of mental diseases that is explained by Dr. Hahnemann in these aphorisms. That is Hahnemann's classification of mental diseases from aphorism number 110 to 210 to 230. And in this, after this, they explain the treatment of each type of mental diseases. That is, what is the treatment given by Dr. Hahnemann regarding the somatopsychic type, what is the treatment that is given for the acute mental state, then third one that is mental diseases of doubtful origin, and fourth one that is regarding the what is treatment regarding the psychosomatic type. So in this we are going to discuss one by one aphorism, what is given in each aphorism. So this is the summary of aphorisms from 210 to 213. That is, first, what is mean by mental diseases, second one, what are the different types of mental diseases, and third point, main important, that is what are the treatment given for each type of mental diseases. So in this we are going to start with the aphorism 210. First, I will read the aphorism and then I will explain it. In this, first listen aphorism carefully. In aphorism number 210, of psoric origin are almost all those diseases that I have above termed one-sided, which appears to be more difficult to cure in consequences of this one-sidedness, all their other morbid symptoms disappearing as it were before the single great prominent symptom of this character are what are termed mental diseases. They do not, however, constitute a class of disease sharply separated from all others, since in all other so-called corporeal diseases, the condition of the disposition and the mind is always altered, and in all cases of disease we are called on to cure the state of the patient's disposition is to be particularly noted along with the totality of the symptoms if we would stress an accurate picture of the disease in order to be able therefore to treat it homeopathically with success. So what is given in this aphorism, that is aphorism number 210. In this it is given the mental disease, or it is one of the type of one sided diseases. So in this it is explained that mental one sided diseases are those diseases which are appearing to be related only to the mind of the patient and have only few signs and symptoms of derangement of mind. So these are the diseases that we found with only a symptoms that are related to the mind of the patient and have only a few symptoms. In this, these are the symptoms related to the mind, but along with related to the mind, this having only few signs and symptoms of derangement of mind, and that do not constitute a separate class of diseases which can be distinguished from all other diseases, because in all the material diseases also there is alterations and disposition of mind. Mental one-sided diseases are mostly psoric in origin. To have homeopathic cure of such diseases, symptoms of mind and symptoms of material body should be taken into consideration and should be treated accordingly. So what is the theme of this aphorism? As in this they explain what is mean by mental diseases, and along with this, these are the mental diseases which are related to only a mind of the patient, and along with this mind of the patients, this having only a few symptoms of derangement of mind, and they do not constitute a separate class of diseases. As we know, the in chronic diseases there is a different symptoms and we can classify these symptoms, but in these mental diseases we find only a few symptoms. So these are under the category of one sided diseases, that is having only a few symptoms. So which can be distinguished from all other diseases, because in all the material diseases also there is alterations and disposition of mind. Means if there is some material symptoms, means symptoms related to the physical body are also present, but these are related to the disposition of mind, so we call them as a mental diseases. Or mental one-sided diseases are mostly psoric in nature, as all the mental diseases are psoric in origin of these diseases are psora. To have homeopathic cure of such diseases, symptoms of mind and symptoms of material body should be taken into consideration and should be treated accordingly. So while treating these diseases, the mental diseases, we have to collect the both symptoms, that is symptoms of the mind and the symptoms of material body, means the physical body. And when we collect these symptoms of mind and symptoms of material body, we can form a portrait of disease, and along with this we can find the simillimum to treat that disease accordingly. So this is aphorism number 210, that is related to the mental diseases. In this, what is mean by mental diseases? In this, mental diseases are mainly related to the symptoms of mind, and along with this having only a few symptoms, and this cannot be having a separate category, as it is related to one sided diseases having only few symptoms. And mainly the mental diseases are psoric in origin, and to treat these diseases we have to collect the symptoms of mind and symptoms of material body and form the portrait of disease and find the simillimum to treat that disease accordingly. So this is aphorism number 210. Are you understanding? Yes, all of you understanding what is given in aphorism number 210? Yes, please give someone reply. Yes, are you understanding? Okay, we will shift towards the next aphorism, that is aphorism number 211. So aphorism number 211, this holds good to such an extent that the state of the disposition of the patient often chiefly determines the selection of the homeopathic remedy, as being a decidedly characteristic symptoms which can at least of all remain concealed from the accurately observing physician. So what is given in aphorism number 211, that is regarding the present characteristic symptoms are helpful for the selection of remedy. As in this aphorism they explain about the present characteristic of symptoms are helpful for the selection of remedy. So these are the types of one-sided diseases, and one-sided diseases are the diseases having few symptoms. So these are the most difficult type of diseases for the selection of the remedy, and for this we have to collect the symptoms, and for this the present characteristic symptoms are helpful for the selection of remedy, as patient comes to us with only a two or three symptoms, and along with these two or three symptoms we have to form the portrait of disease, and for this reason we have to collect whatever the symptoms we can collect from the patients, and for this reason we have to collect the present characteristic symptoms that are most helpful for the selection of remedy. In this, the present state of the disposition and the chief characteristic symptoms are true guide in such cases. So in these cases, present state of disposition, what is the present state for which the patient comes to us? that is present state of disposition and the chief characteristic symptoms are the true guide in such cases. Physician should take all into consideration. Accordingly, portrait of the disease should be formed and remedy should be selected. So this is small aphorism. In this they explain about, that is, present characteristic symptoms are helpful for the selection of remedy. To select the remedy we have to depend on the present characteristic of symptoms, as these are the patients that are related to the mental condition and they cannot remember anything in the past. So we have to depend on the present characteristic of the symptoms. So the present state of disposition and the chief characteristic symptoms are the true guide in such cases. The physician should take all into consideration. Accordingly, portrait of disease should be formed and the remedy should be selected on these present characteristic of symptoms. This is explained in aphorism number 211. Then next aphorism, that is aphorism number 212. It is related as, the creator of therapeutic agents has also had particular regard to this main feature of all diseases, the altered state of the disposition and mind, for there is no powerful medicinal substance in the world which does not very notably alter the state of the disposition and mind in the healthy individual who taste it, and every medicine does so in a different manner. So what is given in aphorism number 212? It is regarding the each medicines brings changes in a state of mind and disposition. Means whatever the medicine, please mute all. So what is given in aphorism number 212? It is regarding the each medicine brings change in state of mind and disposition. Each medicine having the power to change the state of mind and disposition. Means each and every medicinal substance in the world alters the state of mind and disposition in state of health, while proving each and every medicine in different manners, because there are no two medicinal substances in the world which are similar to each other. We see this in aphorism number 118 and 119 in drug proving, that each and every medicine is different from one another and having its peculiar effects that affects on the human body in different way, that is individuality of the drug and the individuality of the drug action, that is explained in aphorism number 118 and 119 in drug proving. So this is the aphorism that is related to that particular state of medicine, that is each medicine brings change in state of mind and disposition. Means each and every medicinal substance in the world that alters the state of mind and disposition in the state of health. Means when we are proving the drug on healthy human beings, when we give the medicines that alters the mind and disposition of that healthy human beings. So when we use that medicines to bring the change in the state of mind and dispositions. So while proving each and every medicine in different manner, because there are no two medicinal substance in the world which are similar to each other, that is each and every medicine is different, and that different medicine having the different effect on each individual, that is it can make the changes in the state of mind and its disposition when we use that medicine on the healthy human being also, and when we use that changes in healthy human beings and for cure of the patient when we use that medicine for the patient also. So what is given in aphorism number 212? It is regarding the each and every medicine brings change in the state of mind and disposition when we use that medicines. That is, the creator of therapeutic agent has also the particular regard to this main feature of all diseases, the altered state of the disposition and the mind. For there is no powerful medicinal substance in the world which does not very notably alter the state of the disposition and mind in the healthy individual who taste it, and every medicine does so in a different manner, as each medicinal having the different effect on each individual. So this is regarding the aphorism number 212. So we complete aphorism number 210, 211 and 212. In 210 we studied about what is mean by mental diseases, and mental diseases that are related to the mainly the to the mind of the patient and have only a few symptoms. That is, it is one of the type of one-sided diseases having only few symptoms, and on these few symptoms we have to select the remedy, and in this they constitute a separate class of diseases, and to treat that diseases we have to collect the symptoms of mind also and the material body also, and after considering these mental symptoms and material body symptoms we have to select the simillimum remedy. That is in aphorism number 210. Then in 211 it is regarding the collecting the present characteristic symptoms, or the present characteristic symptoms are helpful for the selection of a remedy. And in aphorism number 212 it is regarding the each medicine brings change in state of mind and disposition. So these are three aphorisms. Then we shift towards the next aphorism, that is aphorism number 213. So what is given in this aphorism? Aphorism number 213. First I will read the aphorism. Aphorism number 213. We shall therefore never be able to cure conformably to nature, that is to say homeopathically, if we do not in every case of disease, even in such as are acute, observe along with the other symptoms those relating to the changes in the state of the mind and disposition, and if we do not select for the patient's relief from among the medicines a disease force which, in addition to the similarity of its other symptoms to those of the disease, is also capable of producing a similar state of disposition. So this is aphorism number 213, that is related to the selection of homeopathic medicines for such cases. So what are the medicines that we select for such cases of mental diseases? And in this we found that whatever disease patient has, acute, chronic or specially mental one-sided, physician should observe and should take the note of altered state of mind and disposition along with other symptoms, then only we will be able to cure it homeopathically. And for patient's relief, physician should select that medicine which is most similar to other symptoms as well as symptoms of mind and disposition. So this aphorism, that is 213, it is related to the selection of homeopathic remedy for such diseases, that is related to the mental diseases. And in this Dr. Hahnemann explained that is whatever the disease patient has any type of disease, it may be acute disease or it may be chronic disease or it may be a special type of mental one-sided diseases, the physician should observe and should take the note of the altered state of mind and disposition So in this condition, the duty of physician is that the physician has to observe the patient carefully and should take the note of this, that is altered state of mind and disposition. That is what is altered in the state of mind and disposition, and along with this other symptoms, then only we are able to cure it homeopathically. Means it is not so important to us that is what is the type of disease. It is really important, but for the selection of remedy we only cannot classify the diseases, that is, but for this reason we have the type of diseases. It may be acute disease, it may be chronic disease, or it is maybe a type of mental diseases, that is one sided mental diseases. But the main duty of the physician is that he has to observe the patient carefully and take the note of the altered state of mind and disposition. That is what is altered in the patient, that is mind and disposition, and along with the other physical symptoms, what is altered in that patient, and along with this he has to, he then only he will be able to cure it homeopathically. And for patient's relief, physician should select the that medicine which is most similar to other symptoms as well as symptoms of mind and disposition. And for this reason physician has to select the similarity, that is what is the present similarity present in the patient, that is he has to make the similarity between the symptoms of the patient and the symptoms of medicines. And for this reason he has to collect the symptoms from the patients, that is what is the altered state of mind, what is the altered state of disposition, what is disposition of the patient, and what is the material body symptoms present in the patient. And for this reason he has to select the simillimum and cure the patient homeopathically. So this is explained in aphorism number 213, that is selection of homeopathic medicine for such cases, means that is related to the mental diseases, that is whatever the disease patient has, it may be acute disease, it may be a chronic disease, it may be a one sided disease, that is mental one sided disease. The main duty of physician is that physician should observe and should take the note of altered state of mind and disposition along with other symptoms, then only we will able to cure it homeopathically. And for patient's relief, physician should select that medicine which is most similar to other symptoms as well as symptoms of mind and disposition. So this is explained in aphorism number 213. Then we shift towards the next aphorism, that is aphorism number 214. So what is given in aphorism number 214? The instructions I have to give relative to the cure of mental diseases may be confined to a very few remarks, as they are to be cured in the same way as all other diseases, namely by a remedy which shows by the symptoms it causes in the body and the mind of the healthy individual a power of producing a morbid state as similar as possible to the case of disease before us, and in all other way cure can they be cured. So what is given in aphorism number 214? It is regarding the treatment of mental diseases, that is all the mental diseases, how it is treated. And in this Dr. Hariman explained that mental diseases are to be cured in the same way like other diseases, means there is not special instructions that is given for the mental diseases, that is in general the mental diseases are to be cured in the same way like other diseases. Select that medicine as a remedy which has capability to alter the state of mind and the body of a healthy person as like a mental disease, and besides this, as such there is no any other way with the help of which such diseases can be treated. So for treating the mental diseases in general, the physician has to select the medicine select that medicine as a remedy which has the capability to alter the state of mind and the body of a healthy person. Means the selection of the remedy is on the basis that that medicine having the capability to alter the state of mind and body in healthy person, as like as mental diseases. And besides this, as such there is no any other way with the help of which such mental diseases can be treated. So this is regarding the aphorism number 214, in which Dr. Hanuman explained the treatment of general mental diseases in all. It is not related to specific type of mental diseases, but mental diseases in general can be treated like the other diseases, and that medicine or the remedy that is selected uh, for the cure of the mental diseases that having the capability to change the or the alter the state of mind and body in healthy individual, and that having the capability to cure that patient permanently. So this is explained in aphorism number 214. These are the aphorism, that is 211 to 214. These are the small aphorisms and give the specifications to the one or two uh, points. And in this, that is aphorism number 214, we see the treatment of mental diseases in general. After this, we are going to see the treatment of each type of mental diseases. So up till now we finished aphorism number 210, 211, 212, 213 and 214. And in these five aphorisms, in this, in 210 main related to the mental disease, in 211 it is related to the present characteristic symptoms are helpful for selection of remedy. Then 213, sorry, 212, it is related to the each medicines brings change in the state of mind and disposition. 213, it is related to the selection of homeopathic medicines for such cases. And 214, it is related to the treatment of mental diseases. And in this, it is related to the treatment of mental diseases in general. So these are the aphorisms that we studied today. All of you understand what I am telling to us? You? Yes? Any difficulty regarding these five aphorisms? Huh? Okay. In 213 aphorism, it is given regarding the selection of homeopathic medicines for such cases. Such cases means related to the mental diseases. And in this, they explain about, that is, whatever the disease patient has. Patient may have the acute disease, patient may have the chronic disease, or patient may have the mental one-sided diseases. Any type of disease is present. So we will explaining the aphorism number 213. In this, what is explaining, that is, whatever the disease patient has, patient may having the acute disease, patient may having the chronic disease, or patient may have the mental one-sided disease. Any disease can be present in the patient, but while selecting the homeopathic medicines to that patient, the physician should observe and should take the note of the altered state of mind and disposition. Means what is altered in the patient, that have to observe the physician should observe what is altered, that is state of mind and disposition in the patient, and along with this the other symptoms. Means what is the main alternation, or the what are the main changes that is occurred in the patient, that physician have to observe. And after observing this, the physician have to form the portrait of the disease, and he has to match this portrait of the disease with the homeopathic medicines and select that homeopathic medicines to cure the patient. That is given in aphorism number 213. Yes, can you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
कौन से भी टाइप का डिसीज हो, इट मे बी ऑफ एक्यूट डिसीज, इट मे बी ऑफ क्रोनिक डिसीज, और इट मे बी ऑफ मेंटल डिसीज, एनी टाइप ऑफ डिसीज अगर प्रेजेंट है पेशेंट में, मगर फिजिशियन को क्या करना है कि उसे ऑब्जर्व करना है पेशेंट को, कि व्हाट इज अल्टर्ड इन अ पेशेंट, कि व्हाट इज अल्टर स्टेट ऑफ हिज माइंड, व्हाट इज अल्टर स्टेट ऑफ हिज disposition, what is altered state of his physical body, what are the changes that is occurred in the patient, and that changes he has to record or the observe, and on these changes he has to select the homeopathic remedy. So in 213 it is regarding the selection of homeopathic remedy, and in 214 it is regarding the what should be the treatment for the mental diseases, that is mental diseases in general, that is the mental diseases having only few symptoms, so we classified them into one-sided diseases. And if the patient having only few symptoms, but the main duty of physician is that he has to see the altered state of his mind and body, and while selecting that remedy also having that power to change the state of mind and body in a healthy persons. Means that medicine should be proved on a healthy person, and that having that capacity to alter the state of mind and body, then only that remedy can act on that mental condition or the mental diseases. So in 214 they give the treatment of mental diseases in general, that is in general what should be the treatment. So in this they gave the, while selecting the remedy for mental diseases also, that remedy have the capacity to change or alter the state of mind and body in healthy condition. हेल्दी कंडीशन में अगर वो चेंज कर सकता है, तो डिसीज कंडीशन में भी वो पेशेंट को क्या कर सकता है, ट्रीट कर सकता है. तो ये एफोरिज्म नंबर 214 में उन्होंने एक्सप्लेन किया है. सो इन दीज मेंटल डिसीजेस ऑल फ्रॉम 210 to 230 we are going to discuss the what is mean by mental diseases. You have to remember these mainly 3 points. First, what is the mental diseases. Second point, what are the types of mental diseases. And in this, Dr. Hahnemann classified mental diseases into 4 types. These are the most important types of mental diseases. In this first one, that is somatopsychic, means first physical body affects, then mental condition of the patient affects, and we see only a few mental symptoms in that condition. This is first type, that is somatopsychic. Second type, that is mental diseases of acute nature, that is they are caused due to some exciting causes, and these are of acute nature. So this is second type. Then third type is that the mental diseases of doubtful origin, that what is the origin, it cannot be decided, it can be a somatopsychic or the psychosomatic. This is third type, that is mental diseases of doubtful origin. And the fourth most important type, that is psychosomatic, means first the mental condition affects, and due to the affection of mental condition, then patient's physical body gets affected. So this is fourth type, that is psychosomatic, means first mental condition, somatic means physical body, then physical body affects, that is psychosomatic. So this is fourth type of mental diseases. So we have to explain these 4 types of mental diseases in detail, and after this the treatment of each type of mental diseases, that what to do in the somatopsychic diseases, what to do in the acute mental diseases, what to do in a mental diseases of doubtful origin, and what to do in a that is psychosomatic diseases. So treatment of each type of diseases explained. So first we will see what is given in each aphorism, that is summary of each aphorism from 210 to 213, and after this I will give the notes of this mental diseases, that is what is mean by mental diseases, means actually what to write in an exam. These 3 points: what is mean by mental disease, types of mental disease, that is 4 types of mental disease, and the treatment of each type of mental diseases. So in today we finished 5 aphorisms, that is aphorism number 210 to 214. I hope all of you understand. If any difficulty you can ask. Yes, all of you understanding? Yes, सिद्धी कळतंय का? Yes, Siddhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now it is time for the question answer session. I hope all of you reading what in the previous lecture we finished. So one by one I will ask. So start with Vijay. Yes, Vijay. Vijay.
मॅम माझा नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम आहे. एमटी संपली.
मला येत आहे ऐकायला तू बोलतोय ते. नेक्स्ट देवांशी. What is mean by separation? In previous lecture we completed separation.
मॅम मला अगोदर स्क्रीन पण नाही दिसत होती.
मग आता दिसतोय का?
आता दिसतोय. आता आली. जस्ट आता आली 5 मिनिट 2 मिनिट झालं.
बरं सांग, सेपरेशन म्हणजे काय? क्वेश्चन केला की रेंज जाते घ्यायची. यस देवांशी, व्हॉट इज मीन बाय सेपरेशन?
मॅम आठवण करतो सेपरेशन.
You have to listen carefully what is lecture is going on. And if there is range problem, you have the recording with you. You have to listen that recordings. What is mean by separation? Yes Devanshi, can you listen me?
हाँ मैम सेपरेशन हम लास्ट वाले लेक्चर में सेपरेशन में आपने मतलब ये बताया था ना कि ये डिसीज कंडीशन में हेलो।
हाँ बोलो ना।
हाँ मैम, ये सब मतलब इरप्शंस जो होते हैं, इरप्शंस अगर होंगे तो डिसीज कंडीशन में ये एग्रेवेशन या फिर सपोज मतलब कुछ पर्टिकुलर जगह पे हो, मतलब जो इन्फेक्शन टाइप या फिर पेशेंट को क्योर नहीं मिलता, स्किन इरप्शन में मोस्टली सप्रेशन केसेस देखने को ज्यादा मिलते हैं।
डेफिनेशन बोलो सप्रेशन की, क्या समझ में आया आपको सप्रेशन से? मैंने लास्ट लेक्चर आपको इन्फॉर्म किया था, मैं मंडे को सबको क्वेश्चन करने वाली हूँ, इसलिए मैंने आज 5-6 एफोरिज्म्स लिए हैं और आपको पढ़ने को भी बताया था और नोट्स बनाने को भी बताया था कि नोट्स प्रिपेयर करके रखो। कॉलेज शुरू होने के बाद मैं देखूंगी ऑन द फर्स्ट डे इटसेल्फ। Yes, Abhishek, what is mean by separation?
हाँ मैम।
बोल ना।
हम्म,
ऐकता ना लेक्चर सांगताना का चालू करून ठेवून देता बाजूला?
नाही मॅम.
मग कितीदा मी रिपीट करते, एक एक गोष्ट खूपदा सांगते, एकदाच नाही सांगत लेक्चर घेताना पण. तुम्ही बघितलं असेल एकच ॲफोरिझम मी 2दा 3दा 4दा रिपीट करते आणि परत विचारते पण, जर नाही कळालं तर मी आणखी कितीदा पण रिपीट करू शकते, सांगू शकते समजून. मग तेव्हा तुम्ही कळालं म्हणता, मग विचारलं तर का नाही येत सांगता?
मैम
यस
मैम सेपरेशन में ना इनिशियल जो रिजल्ट रहते हैं डिसीज के,
मैम
मतलब सपोज स्टार्टिंग में फीवर से चालू हुआ है तो फीवर ये मतलब चला जाएगा। फीवर इनिशियली जो सिम्टम्स दिखते हैं वो नहीं दिखाई देते, विजिबल नहीं होते, सिम्टम्स डिसअपियर हो जाते हैं। बट वो
नाही
मतलब
दिसत नाही.
फिर धीरे अंदर जाके फिर बाद में क्रिटिकल चेंजेस लाते हैं, मतलब सीवियर में बदल जाते हैं वो।
यस सिद्धी.
Ma'am, suppression means limiting a particular kind of an disease which may lead to a hazardous effect on different part organ or with two different kind of disease, we generate different disease.
Yes, what are the types of suppression?
मॅम नॅचरल आणि ऍक्सिडेंटल.
It may be natural, accidental, or it may be acquired. Natural and acquired, these are two types of suppressions. सगळं विसरून गेलं तुम्ही आत्ताच. यस ऋषी, ऋषिकेश,
Ma'am, voice cut होतोय.
ऋषिकेश, ऋषिकेश आहे सांगतो. यस Rushi, what is mean by constitution? Yes, Harshada.
Yes, ma'am.
What is mean by constitution?
The composition of something. No, ma'am.
Yes, what is
The composition of something.
constitution?
A body of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is acknowledged to be governed.
Ma'am, it,
Constitution.
Constitution in homeopathy.
ma'am, it is a structure, composition, and physical makeup or nature of something comprising inherited qualities modified by environment.
Yes, in this we see definition of constitution by different pioneers, and after this we see the different types of the classification of constitution. So what is the classification of constitution according to Gravgold?
Ayurvedic.
Yes, what is Ayurvedic? Who is telling that?
Ma'am, me. Abhishek.
काय आयुर्वेदिक मध्ये?
Vata, Pitta, and
Kapha.
Kapha.
वात पित्त कफ.
Kapha. Mm-hmm.
According to Gravgold.
मॅम हिपोक्रेटिक कॉन्सेप्ट पण आहे ना?
हो
चायनीज पण आहे ना.
चायनीज पण आहे.
आहे, पण मी ग्रॅवगोलचं विचारलं ना.
काय?
ग्रॅवगोल, अकॉर्डिंग टू ग्रॅवगोल. यस प्रज्ञा.
मैम हाइड्रोजनॉइड,
यस
ऑक्सीजनॉइड और कार्बो करके कुछ समथिंग था।
कार्बन नाइट्रोजनॉइड.
हाँ कार्बो नाइट्रोजनॉइड तीन। हाँ
Phosphoric.
यस करिश्मा, व्हाट इज मीन बाय हाइड्रोजनॉइड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? करिश्मा.
Ma'am, excess of water in the body.
Yes, which miasm is related to that?
Psychotic.
Yes. Jyoti, what is mean by oxygenoid constitution? Jyoti.
हाँ मैम,
What is mean by oxygenoid constitution?
excessive oxygen.
Yes, what is causes?
Body in thin
Destructive disorder. Body is prone to ulceration.
Yes, and which miasm is related to that?
Syphilis, ma'am. Syphilis.
Syphilis.
What is mean by carbonitrogenide constitution? Supriya. Supriya.
Yes, ma'am.
Carbonitrogenide constitution.
Excess of carbon and nitrogen.
Yes, what symptoms it gives?
Functional disorders of body.
Yes. And which miasm is related to that?
Suric.
Yes. Then what is classification given by Hippocrates? Hippocrates.
Now short and
and
thick
thick,
and long and thin.
thin, हाँ.
Yes. Or second type? On the basis of humors.
Short and thick.
Second type of classification, that is on the basis of humors present in the body. Black bile, yellow bile, phlegm and blood. काय आठवतंय का?
Ma'am, sanguine.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is black bile related to?
Melancholic temperament.
Yellow bile?
Ma'am, yellow. Choleric temperament.
Phlegm, it is related to? सगळं विसरून जात आहे परत परत.
Black bile related to melancholic.
आज परत रेकॉर्डिंग ऐका ते आणि नोट्स प्रिपेअर करा त्याच्यावरती. सप्रेशन आणि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. उद्या परत प्रत्येकाला क्वेश्चन करणार आहे मी.
हो मॅम.
हे छोटे ॲफोरिझम्स आहेत मेंटल डिसीजचे, त्याच्यामुळे ते पटकन संपतात. तर त्याच्यानंतर